Good evening, good morning, good day. Whatever time of the day you're watching this, thank you for tuning in to another video by Creative Studios. First of all, I want to thank our sponsor. We got a small sponsor here that's actually contributed to our videos. It's called $49 Websites, and actually the website is $49web.site. It's on the screen. So if you know anybody that needs a website, affordable, wonderful company that we started using, they actually build WordPress websites for $49 a month, as well as they design them too. So there's a small startup fee, and then they build your website, they buy your domain name. They pretty much do everything you need to do to get your website up and running. So we want to thank them for sponsoring this video because we needed some more lights and stuff here at the studio. And so we were on Facebook the other day and we were talking about the possibility of maybe censorship, stuff like that. It wasn't really a political discussion. It was more a discussion like, how do you control your content? Being that we work with a lot of religious organizations, especially for like funerals, we find that a lot of times that they want to do funerals and stuff, and because of their loved ones, they may have a favorite song that they want to play or something like that. And so sometimes YouTube will step in the way, Facebook will step in the way, and they'll mute that audio. Now, we're not here to discuss copyright laws because we know copyright laws. We are just here to discuss how to be able to stream uninterrupted if you don't have any intent of benefiting or making any money off of it. So what we find out is that the question arose in one of our groups. They wanted to know, what have you done to kind of safeguard yourself against any type of censorship or whatever it may be? I'm not here to argue about censorship or talk political with you. That's not. I'm just here to give you an option that we actually started moving towards because of the funerals that we do. My camera's out of focus. Hold on real quick. Let me get my camera in focus. You gotta wave your hand or something like that. I love the Lumix G7, but it gets out of focus sometimes. There it goes. Now the picture's clear. So question is, can you stream to your own website, right? By bypassing YouTube and big tech to be able to just get your content out there seamlessly. And is it hard? We are about to find out. Somebody please run my intro. We're back. So I'm going to show you how we started doing this maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. And there's actually 2 ways to do this where you can stream right to your website. And there's 2 options. I'm going to show you the WordPress option because we use WordPress. And so I'm going to put my screen here up on the screen. I'm going to turn on my trusty camera. I'm logged into Restream. I have the $19 a month plan through Restream. If you want to get a bigger plan, you could, and I'll tell you why. This video is not sponsored by Restream or WPStream.net, which are the 2 plugins I'm going to show you that I use. So this is just me sharing a little bit of information with you, and I'm going to tell you why I use 2 different plugins instead of just going flat out of Restream into my WordPress website. I'm going to show you why I use Restream. So here's my account, and for the price that I pay $50 a month. You can get, there's a $19 a month plan that you can get, which gives you 100 gigabytes of bandwidth as well as 2 gigabytes of storage. That may work for most of you. We pay the $50 a month plan and I'm cool with that. And then on the Restream, we pay the $19 a month plan. I'm cool with that. 3 sources. And so what happens is when you go to WPStream, you can download their WordPress plugin, right? And if you go here, I'm gonna go into the front page of the website, download the plugin and install it into your website, right? And you're gonna install in, I'm going to one of my websites that we have, right? remnanttv.us, right? I'm gonna go into the website. I've already added the plugin. If you know anything about WordPress, it's pretty easy to add the plugin. You click on add new, and then you click on upload plugin right here, and then you choose the file. And the file for me is on the desktop. You pick that file right there, you open it up, then it'll ask you to activate it, and there you go. That's how you do it. Once you get that done, you'll have a menu that comes up here on the left that says free live channel videos. So you want to click on that, right? And you're going to click add new. Click on add new. We're going to call this demo stream. There we go. So, and then we're going to click on publish. Now, what you've just done is told WPStream you want to add a new live channel to your WordPress website, and you want to name it demo stream. Once you do that, right, and you'll have a link that pops up here, and I'm gonna open this link in a new tab. All it's gonna have there for now, I'm not talking about the skinning of it or the decoration of it, it's just gonna have your demo stream right there, okay? Now, what you're gonna have here is a menu on the right side that says Start Live Event. You simply click on Start Live Event, right? It takes a little while for it to come on. And what it's gonna do is gonna give you a RMTP link and a stream key. With that stream key, you can put that into OBS, Wirecast, vMix, whatever you use, and that will allow you to stream directly to your website. Now, the one thing that I do, right, and it's popped up here on the screen, it says go live from browser. If you want it to go live from browser, you can actually click this button and you'll see that a window pops up where you can choose your camera. You can choose, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my virtual camera from OBS so you can see how it works. I'm gonna choose OBS virtual camera. You should see a duplication of what you guys are watching now. And then as far as audio, you can pick your audio, you can change your bit rate, you can also do your resolution, right? Well, there's another way to do this with WPStream. You actually just wanna click on go live with external browser. When you do that, you get here a server RMTP URL and you get a stream key. Now, here's what I do to make this process go easier. So I need to interrupt this video to explain to you how the RMTP URL works. When you log into your WordPress account and your WordPress website and you go to that live channel that you've just created, you have to push Start Live Event to actually get the RMTP URL. So that URL and that stream key changes every single time before you go live. One of the good benefits now that WPStream has been working on is now they have a way that you can actually get a static URL and a static stream key, so you don't actually have to go in and restart that event every single time. Once you start the event, I think the WordPress gives you somewhat like 60 minutes or something before it cuts off. And what that means is you start the event on the page, it gives you 60 minutes of inactivity before it turns it off, and then you have to turn it on again. If you're streaming, you don't have to worry about it. So that's the reason why the URL is different every single time and the stream key is different, because of the way that the plugin works. If you reach out to WPStream, you can get a static URL and a static stream key for every single channel that you create. And then that way you don't have to go in and start the channel, get the credentials every single time. So let us get back to the video. I actually go into my Restream and I want to add a channel. And you can do this probably with StreamYard. You can probably do it with Caster, any service you use. These are just the two I use. Neither one of them are sponsoring this video. This is just me showing you how my workflow goes. I click on custom RMTP link. I will paste that link here, right? And I will take that stream key from here. I'm gonna copy this I'm gonna copy this stream key here, and I will paste it here, add channel. Now, I can also go into the settings and I can name this, WordPress, website. There we go. Save it, right? So now I will take my settings for Restream, because when you go into OBS, you can click on your settings menu. And why don't I just do that? I'm gonna move my screen over here so you can see it. There we go. So I'm gonna put it on the screen. You can go into your settings and you can go into your stream and go to Restream and connect your account. So what you're doing is you're going to send your stream, right? And I'm gonna move this back off the screen and go over here. You're going to send your stream, let me turn my camera back on. You're gonna send your stream out of OBS, Wirecast, vMix, always send it to Restream, right? And you're gonna tell Restream where you want that stream to go. Now, Restream will let you add a YouTube and a Facebook and a custom RTMP link. That's 3 sources that you can add for your broadcasting. If you just want to go to your website, then all you have to do is go to your website. If you want to go to your YouTube, go to your YouTube. If you want to go to your Facebook, you can go to all 3. That's your choice. That's, what you decide to do. The reason I go through Restream, right? Because on their plans, right? And I'm going to click on video storage. They have a part of the plan that will record if you look on the screen, this is a recording of our streams that we've had over the last 15 days. They will record a version of it for you. So I don't actually have to worry about recording in OBS, and I don't actually have to worry about recording on using up my storage for WPStream. If I go back to my WPStream and I go to my account, you'll see here that WPStream gives you 10 gigabytes of space to record on, but that's not nearly enough if you're recording at a high definition or you're streaming at a high quality. So I don't want to use up my Restream bandwidth, or I don't want to use up my WPStream bandwidth, and I don't want to use up a lot of hard drive space unless I just absolutely need to do that. So what I do here is I take this setting, which is my custom RMTP link. I take my stream key and I send that to whatever software you use. It can be Restream, it could be Caster, it could be StreamYard, whatever it is, and that's what I send it to. Come on, camera, come back in focus. There we go, back in focus. And so when I do that, I'm gonna show you what happens. I'm already recording now in my OBS. I'm gonna hit start streaming, right? So you'll notice over here on the screen immediately when I hit start streaming, and maybe I should turn my camera off for a second. Oh no, let's put it in the other corner. There we go. So notice that immediately my stream comes up. What you're seeing on my screen is my actual streaming of Restream. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing that I'm streaming at 1920, 1080, and I'm streaming pretty high, 25, 26, 100 kilobits per second. I'm on a monster of a computer, so I can do that. And you'll notice that it's also going to my website. Now, if I click over to the free channel that we added, I should, mute this, be able to see my actual stream going through Restream, going to my website. And I'm not going to Facebook, and I'm not going to YouTube. Now, if you want to save money, you can get the $19 a month plan, and you can on WPStream, and you can get the $19 a month plan. You don't got to get the high plan. You can start with the $40 a month. $40 a month, we need it more because we do funerals and we do different things like that. But what we do is, if you're watching the stream, I'm actually streaming directly to my WordPress website. And that allows me to share this link, right, to whoever I need to share it to, and they don't have to, have a Facebook account to log in. They don't have to have any type of any account to log in. We streamed one funeral. I stopped moving my hands because my camera gets all out of focus. We were streaming one funeral, and it was an older crowd, and they wanted us to stream to Facebook Live, and we did. And none of the people had Facebook Live, and so none of them could see the funeral. Because on their phones and their devices, it wouldn't show because they didn't have Facebook accounts. We've had a couple instances where people couldn't get YouTube working. But since we've been streaming to WPStream and streaming to our website, it's been working out for us. We get a lot of copyright strikes because we're playing copyrighted music, which is, what it is. I'm not telling you to break the laws, but we also had one instance in a funeral. The lady was at the funeral and she sung a solo for her loved one, and YouTube stopped the funeral. They deleted the video, and so we had to go through a ton of hassle to get it back. In my field, this is what I work in. And so I'm not encouraging you to break copyright laws at all. That's not what I'm encouraging you to do. I'm encouraging you to do what works best for you. Here's the way that works best for us. And if you have the patience to set it up, it actually works really well. One of the benefits of setting up WPStream, and I'll switch back over, is that you actually, when you go into WPStream, and let me just go into the actual pricing. And I'm not getting paid for this. So this is not sponsored by them. When you go into pricing, you can get unlimited live channels and unlimited videos and unlimited viewers, as long as your bandwidth can handle it. So you can buy this one package. I have the $50 a month package because we just install it on all of our websites, and some of our clients, we install it on their website so they can have the ability to live stream their services that they need to. And sometimes they don't want to log into YouTube. Sometimes they don't want to go through Facebook. That's their prerogative, but this just gives us the freedom to help them out. And so that's a benefit of using WPStream and Restream. And I notice right here, when I go back to my Restream, it's still streaming while I'm recording this video. And if you go back to this page is still streaming. This is streaming everything I'm recording. The delay and the latency on this is about 20 seconds. It's a little longer than your normal big websites. But if I stop streaming, right, I'm gonna stop streaming. It'll take a few minutes for this to cut off. But if you'll see my Restream page, I'm going to cut over to my Restream page. And if I go into my video storage and go into recordings, you'll see that the video we just recorded is already in my Restream. So it's a benefit for me to just pay the 20 bucks a month, because now they handle at least 2 weeks worth of my bandwidth and 2 weeks worth of my storage. And I don't have to now save humongous files on my computer, which is what we were doing before. So in short, let's see, this is how long is this video? It's about a 15-minute video. This is probably one of the better ways to be able to stream directly to your website, have your content, not necessarily be worried about your comments being put on your videos that you may not want, your video getting stopped because you didn't know about the licensing or whatever. Once again, we're not telling you to break the law. We're not telling you to steal copyrighted information. These are both services that you can pay for, and you can contact them and ask them questions, because that's what I did. I was concerned about streaming directly to my own website, and I think the price kind of threw me off because it was pretty inexpensive. And so this is just how I do it. And so I'd encourage you to maybe look into this. Once again, I'm not making any money off of any of this endorsement, but I think for $40 a month, you could use this for your church. And here's a caveat. People say, well, I don't have a WordPress website. You can sign up for a WordPress website through WordPress.com for free. You can buy a domain name for $15 and just create a media site just for streaming. This kind of pretty much similar to what Church Online Platform did. I mean, they had their own platform to where they just set up, not for web viewing, they set up a platform just for streaming. You can essentially do the same thing. Buy a $15 website, put a free template in, and just put a couple of video players on the page, and that's it. And you can create a bunch of different channels. And the one thing I will show you is that in Restream, let's go back to my dashboard. Let's just say I do want to go to Facebook. Well, I just turn this off and I go into add channel, and I'll go add Facebook public live, and it'll connect to Facebook here. It's gonna ask me to connect to Facebook. This is all a pretty simple process. And now it'll ask me what page I want to, go to. I usually go to my Judah Nation page and save it. So now let's just say I'm streaming and I do want to go to Facebook, right? Well, you just turn it on and turn it off. That's it. If you want to add your YouTube, you can add your YouTube here. For the plan that we have, we can only add 3. If you pay for the higher plan, you can add 5. So let's say you still just want to have that security of going to a place where people recognize you and know you. Please do it, but also add this option into your repertoire and see if it works for you. So I want to thank you for taking the time out to watch this little recommendation. A WordPress plus WPStream and Restream is an excellent option for anybody who's looking to be able to, control where their content goes, not have to worrying about comments and all that other kind of stuff. And I think it's a great option, and I think you should really, take the time to look at it. I thank you for watching, and I hope this works out for you. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comment section. I do this live streaming thing almost every day of the week, and me and my sons work at this. And so any questions we can have to offer you up, you should have seen my number and my email scroll across the screen the whole time. I've had plenty of people call me from these YouTube videos. And so let me know if you need any help, and I'm here to help. Thanks for watching. God bless.